Non-stop protests and politics that's playing out as opposition-ruled South states have alleged that there's discrimination in funds distribution. Today, you had Karnataka Chief Minister Siddharma and his entire cabinet touching down in the national capital, touching down in Delhi and staging a symbolic protest at Jantar Mantar against reducing tax revenue returns. And amid all of this, because remember, tomorrow you're going to have representatives of the Kerala government and the Tamil Nadu government also protesting in Delhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spoken out. He's accused the Congress of creating this north-south divide and has also explained how exactly this tax revenue return distribution takes place.
Protests rocking Delhi and Karnataka as the South Fund fight peaks. As three South states up the ante against the centre, claiming discrimination in distribution of funds, Prime Minister Modi lashed out at the Congress, blaming them for creating a North-South divide.
जिस कांग्रेस ने अखबारों पर ताले लगाने तक की कोशिश की, आवाज जो कांग्रेस देश को तोड़ने के नैरेटिव घटना का नया शौक उनको पैदा हुआ, इतना तोड़ा कम नहीं है, अब उत्तर दक्षिण को तोड़ने के लिए बयान दिए जा रहे हैं.
The Prime Minister also explained in detail why some states get more in the country and warned against dividing India on state lines.
हिंदुस्तान के किसी भी कोने में दर्द हो तो पीड़ा सबको होनी चाहिए. अगर देश का एक कोना, अगर शरीर का एक अंग अगर काम नहीं करता है तो पूरा शरीर अपंग माना जाता है. शरीर जिस प्रकार से अगर देश का भी कोई कोना, देश का कोई क्षेत्र विकास से वंचित रह जाएगा तो देश विकसित नहीं हो सकता है. और इसलिए हमें भारत को एक अंगांगी भाव से देखना होना चाहिए, उसको टुकड़ों में नहीं देखना चाहिए. देश के अंदर ये भाव तोड़ने का क्या प्रयास हो रहा है? क्या इस प्रकार से देश को हमारा टैक्स, हमारे मनी किस भाषा में बोला जा रहा है? ये देश के भविष्य के लिए नया खतरा पैदा करने वाली है.
Prime Minister Modi's attack at the Congress was timed to Karnataka Chief Minister Siddharma's symbolic protest in Delhi. Hitting the streets of the capital, the Siddharma cabinet came together in full strength to protest against what they called stepmotherly treatment by the central government. Speaking to India Today, the Karnataka Chief Minister demanded that Kannadigas get their fair share from the centre.
See, in 14th Finance Commission, whatever the yardsticks are applied, the same yardstick should have been applied in the 15th Finance Commission also. Why? They have but changed this, because earlier so far as the population is concerned, they have to consider the 1971 census. In this 15th Finance Commission, 2011 census is considered.
So you're being penalized for having controlled population better than the northern states. That's the concern that southern states have.
That is what I meant.
At the protest too, Siddharma taunted the government, accusing Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman of lying to the people about fund release.
क्यों झूठ बोलता है मैडम?
The BJP, however, has repeatedly dismissed the discrimination narrative. Karnataka BJP MPs held a protest in Parliament and a dramatic one in Bengaluru too. Karnataka BJP leaders were seen attempting to enter the Chief Minister's chamber in Vidhan Sabha.
We are asking for our rights. It is purely our right. Whatever the percentage we are supposed to get, we are getting only 13%. We don't let some other states also be benefited. I don't mind. Let them give an opportunity to Hyderabad, Telangana. Let them give opportunity to Maharashtra. Let them also the same whatever the policies they have given, city policies. Let them give to Karnataka also. We will also. India is a united country. It is not only one state. We don't tell you don't give to Gujarat. You give to Karnataka also.
मैं डंके की चोट पे कहना चाहता हूं, यूपीए गवर्नमेंट ने 10 साल में केवल 24,000 करोड़ 24,500 करोड़ दिया। मैं 72,000 करोड़ कर्नाटक सरकार को दी है। उसके बाद भी निर्लज्जता के साथ, देश को तोड़ने की साजिश के साथ कर्नाटक ने ये विज्ञापन दिया है। मैं इसका प्रोटेस्ट करता हूं और कहता हूं कि ये झूठी सरकार साबित करे।
Meanwhile, the state is set for this showdown to escalate as Kerala and Tamil Nadu will join the fight on Thursday in Delhi. The left in DMK leadership will stage a protest tomorrow demanding adequate release of funds.
നാളെ ഇവിടെ ഡൽഹിയിൽ കേരളം ഒരു സവിശേഷമായ സമരമാണ് നടത്തുന്നത്. കേരളത്തിന്റെ അതിജീവനത്തിനും മുന്നോട്ടു പോക്കിനും അനിവാര്യമായ മാർഗമെന്ന നിലയിലാണ് ചരിത്രത്തിൽ അധികം കീഴ്വഴക്കങ്ങളില്ലാത്ത ഈ പ്രക്ഷോഭത്തിന്റെ മാർഗം തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കേണ്ടി വന്നത്.
Now 2024, they want to play North-South. This is the last game left in their hand. This is the game they played previously, misusing Article 356, dismissing governments at will. Now the last armory that is left in the Congress party's hand is saying that North is different, South is different, and South is not getting funds and all those things.
As politics speaks over funds distribution, Prime Minister Modi has claimed it's an attempt to create a divide ahead of the elections. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's get you the first reaction coming in from Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman amid this big South fund fight. Nirmala Sitharaman has dismissed all of these claims, lashing out at the Karnataka government, at the Siddharma government. She's claimed that the reason you're seeing this mega protest in Delhi's Jantar Mantar is because Karnataka cannot fulfill its guarantees. And so Nirmala Sitharaman is claiming that the Karnataka government is shifting the blame to the centre and thereby adding a poisonous narrative along the lines of what Prime Minister Modi said when he blamed the Congress for creating this North-South divide. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman saying the Congress is speaking the language of separatism. Let's play out for you exactly what the Finance Minister has said.
ये सब बातें सिर्फ एक मानसिकता से निकलता है, वो अलगाववाद मानसिकता है, जो डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर के भाई ने, सगा भाई ने बता दिया और उसको रिपीट भी किए बहुत सारे लोग। कांग्रेस पार्टी आज अलगाववादी लोग के साथ है, देश को टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाले लोगों के साथ है। 2-3 साल पहले आपने तब की नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट श्री राहुल गांधी जी को जेएनयू में देखे, उसके बाद में टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के साथ खड़े होते हुए देखे। आज पार्टी तमिलनाडु में भी ऐसे बयानबाजी अलगाववादी बात करने वाले के साथ रहता है, उनको कंडेम नहीं करता है। इधर भी इस एडवर्टाइजमेंट के द्वारा उसी भाषा को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं कांग्रेस। देश को टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाले का एक अस्त्र फिनांस के ऊपर फॉल्स आरोप लगाना। आज उसका मैं सटीक जवाब दे चुकी हूं। मैं विनम्रता से मीडिया से हाथ जोड़ करके रिक्वेस्ट करती हूं, इसको आप प्रचलित करना चाहिए, हर राज्य में बोलना चाहिए। कांग्रेस के एक ही मकसद इस देश को तोड़ने का।
So we've put out both versions for you, what the central government has to say and of course what states also have to say. What is the cause for this clear difference in how much each state gets is still a question mark. But I want to put out the data for you of how much returns each state gets. And we're breaking it down simply for our viewers. For every 100 rupees given to the centre as tax, what are the returns being received by states? For Karnataka, it's at about 13.9 rupees. Remember that this is versus every 100 rupees that's given as tax. For Tamil Nadu, it's at 29.7 rupees. Kerala, 63.4 rupees. Now, these are the southern states. What does it look like compared to other states? This is why South states are claiming that there is discrimination, because their numbers are in double digits versus 100 rupees given as tax. For Bihar, it's at 922.5 rupees, the returns that they get. Uttar Pradesh, 333.2, Madhya Pradesh, 279. This is the data for the year of 2023-24. So this data is what's also led to a lot of the fuel to this raging fire right now. But amid all of the politics, let's keep that aside for a moment and really talk about the facts of how this distribution happens and break it down in layman terms. You've seen these numbers, and I want to bring in on this broadcast now Mr. Santosh Mehrotra, who is an economist, who's going to explain this further for us. Mr. Mehrotra, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. First of all, sir, can you explain to us how really is it decided right now how much each state gets?
How much each state gets is based on a very well-known formula, and that formula is partly based on population size and on level of income. And this is an established principle that is agreed upon in the Finance Commission reports. Now, the reason why we are beginning to see this kind of tension in center-state relations is because it's now become public knowledge that when the government came to power, the 14th Finance Commission had just put out its report.
Okay.
And at that juncture, apparently the newly formed government at the center had asked for the following. The Finance Commission had recommended an increase of state share to 42% from the total collections, raising it from the 32% during the period of the 13th Finance Commission, which was going to end in 15. The new 14th Finance Commission terms were to begin.
Okay.
But in other words, normally, no government rejects a Finance Commission recommendation. In this case, a new incoming government attempted to bring down from the increase that was proposed by the 14th Finance Commission from 32 to 42 back to 32. This is problem number one. This has become public knowledge most recently.
Okay.
Secondly, in the 15th Finance Commission, which is the ongoing period currently,
correct,
a 42% was meant to be allocated to the states. However, the southern states are saying that the actual that is being allocated is not 42, it is 32. Now, try and understand that what has been happening. The center's expenditures have risen very dramatically and its borrowings have risen very dramatically. And as its borrowings have risen, what we've also seen simultaneously, and one of the important reasons why its borrowings have risen, is because the government, since 2019, in the last 5 years, has been systematically losing corporate income tax, having brought down the CIT from 30% to 25% in the middle of 2019. Now, having done that, the central government started losing 1.45 lakh crores or 1.45 trillion rupees every year. This is one of the reasons why you have diesel taxes and petrol taxes as high as they are. This is also a reason why in recent years the central government has been imposing cesses, and cesses are a way for the central government to mobilize revenue for itself, and those don't have to be shared. So under these circumstances, it is not surprising that this is happening. On the other hand, when I heard in your show suddenly Mr. Giriraj Singh, who's a Bihar minister and who obviously doesn't understand too much economics, he sort of compared the 24,000 crores that was given under the UPA government to the 72,000 crores given to Karnataka under the current government. This is besides the point. GDP is growing, tax revenues of the government grow, and therefore the absolute amount will always be higher as time goes on.
Can I ask
the
you
bottom
also,
line is,
as a follow-up, Mr. Mehrotra, can I just ask you here, does it matter how much each state gives?
Oh, no. Look, that's a way chief ministers from the south are going to make that argument.
Yeah,
it's understandable that they will make that argument. The point is that the devolution of funds is made on the basis of certain principles that are agreed upon between the center and the finance commission. So the bottom line is the following: that that the expenditures of the state governments grew very significantly during COVID because they had to bear the burden of looking after their citizens. So their expenditures grew. But at the same time, the introduction since 2017 of GST has reduced the freedom for them to mobilize revenues within the state, because 17 taxes were brought under GST. Please try and understand.